What future do you want humanity to live in?
And how will you see the good?
The divine feminine principle really is inclusion, community, collaboration.
For the first time in history, we have millions of people around the world awakening at the same moment.
This is a time where we can reassess everything.
We now share a collective experience,
bringing forward a much needed human wisdom, which is also very spiritual.
Where people embrace each other for their strength of character.
I see the good in people wanting to make a contribution for the betterment of this planet and stepping up in unique, creative, and powerful ways.
The world of the future is going to be the golden age.
Hello everyone, Om Shanti. Welcome to your spiritual vaccine hour. I'm your sister in service, sitting here with you, all of us together, Sister Jenna. I enjoyed so much yesterday's talk. It did something through me. It took me deeper. And one of the things that I've learned from Daddy Janki, who many of you know by now is my spiritual mentor, and who passed away on, what was it? March 27th of this year. There was something I took from Daddy, and it was every day, she says, just have one realization. Daddy used to say, if you want to know that you're spiritually growing, realize something about yourself at least once. Every day. Just one thing. What was your one thing today? What was that one thing that brought you to a deeper sense of freedom? That kind of started to seal the holes where the drainage was happening. What was that one aspect that brought you home? Brought you home. Today's session is on relationships. That's not a small thing. And I don't know if you saw the promo video, the See Good TV that's being launched on July 7th. I'd like to ask each and every one of you to go right now and sign up to See Good TV. We'll have really a lot of sessions from me, from so many others, and friends and individuals from all around. We'll be talking about how can we see good, not only post-pandemic, but even beyond this COVID and beyond protest and beyond the systemic changes that will be occurring beyond 45, which we all hope will take place in terms of giving everybody an opportunity to lead. You know, we really want to, we appreciate everybody's investment in their leadership in our country, but we also want to feel like everything is coming good and safe and people are really supporting each other, and there seems to be a great need for change. So if change is going to come upon us, we're going to have to go out and vote. We're going to definitely have to go there and put our fingerprint right there. So just a lot of good wishes. I don't know how the future is going to unfold. Of course, I do know a golden age is coming. I don't think it's tomorrow. I don't think it's tomorrow, because a golden age will come when all of your relationships are mended. And right now, leadership in the country has the karmic residue of some painful relationships that people are carrying inside of their hearts. I think I'll go back just even 3.5 years ago, where individuals who have committed themselves to working in their jobs in this country to serve their country were removed without really any cause or without any regard or respect for the role that they've played. And I can only imagine the deep pain that is sitting in the hearts of those souls. And what will be needed to remove the pain will be a lot of mending. We definitely have to get into our self-respect. We have to develop the ability to have good wishes and pure feelings. That's not always easy when the hurt is so deep. Santosh went by the meditation museum the other day, and just this nostalgic feelings came over him, and I was also feeling like the relationships that we forged at the meditation museums and the relationships that we have garnered in the last 20 years, that we have been in the nation's capital, I don't have any words. They're priceless. And they mean so much to us. And even though we're not always perfect, maybe my friends aren't perfect, I'm not perfect, this is not perfect, the fact that you know that you can bank on these relationships for life, that you know that once you know that person is holding the effort of their self-respect, and you know they're doing their best to be the best that they can. They want to get close to Baba's qualities. They want to feel Baba's light hovering around them and through them. They want to feel Baba using them for service, for a better humanity. And I feel so humbled to know folks like that, and folks who've come to the Meditation Museum, who are by far some of the most beautiful people in the planet, on the planet. And so Santosh put together a little nostalgic video of some scenes of the meditation museums and also of the house that we stay, what we call an ashram. An ashram is where yogis live, and there's a lot of discipline. We wake up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. We have morning class at 6:15. The song doesn't go off like it used to. We need to get it activated again. But we used to have the traffic control songs that goes off every hour on the hour. I think the system must have went off when we had the power shortage. And the diet is pure vegetarian, no garlic, no onions, no alcohol. And once, somebody had bought us something called ginger beer, and Santosh saw it. Santosh saw it in this little box that looks like a beer box. And he goes, "Oh, somebody bought ginger beer, but we don't drink alcohol." I says, "It's okay. Just don't tell Baba. We can drink this one." Anyway, as you know, ginger beer, it's not really alcohol. It's just the way that they call it. It's a Jamaican drink. But anyway, we try to eat healthy, and we try to get sufficient sleep. Today, neither one of us got a penny worth of sleep, especially Santosh. She was busy all day today. But it's been a great journey, and it would not have been so beautiful if it wasn't for all of you, our friends, our family, our fans, and even those who are passing by for the first time but have left with the most beautiful fragrance in their hearts. We want to thank you. And we want to just take you down memory lane, not really with people, images, but just to give you an experience of just the spaces and the energy that's been created in the spaces. So enjoy some beautiful Indian music, and then a wonderful song by Bliss called Thank You.
तुमको निहारने को दिल ये चाहता है, प्रभु तुमको निहारने को दिल ये चाहता है, मन में उतारने को दिल ये चाहता है, तुम सामने हमारे संवारने को दिल ये चाहता है, मन में उतारने को दिल चाहता है। तुम सामने हमारे, तुम साथ में हमारे, तो भी पुकारने को दिल ये चाहता है, तुमको निहारने को दिल ये चाहता है। पलकों ना बंद होना, ये पल न जाने देंगे। पलकों ना बंद होना, ये पल न जाने देंगे। मिलकर बाद हमको, अब हम जुदा न होंगे, अब हम जुदा न होंगे। संग युग गुजारने को दिल ये चाहता है, तुमको निहारने को दिल ये चाहता है। अरमानों की ये बस्ती, ही बूंद को तरसती। वरदानों की ये बारिश, हर घड़ी बरसती, हर घड़ी बरसती। सर्वस्व वारने को दिल ये चाहता है, तुमको निहारने को दिल ये चाहता है। तुम सामने हमारे, तुम साथ में हमारे, तो भी पुकारने को दिल ये चाहता है। Thank you for your inspiration, for your life and love. Thank you for your recognition of the one above. Thank you for your sweet compassion, for your life of truth. Thank you for walking sun must set as the day it ends, and so shall all of us. The gift of silence is returned to each one's soul by soul. I know you hold it in your heart as you watch your life unfold. So go to the sea, flow to the ocean, fly like a bird to his arms. Take all the love of all who will miss you, but know we are never apart.
Well, I was so lost in the memories and in the space. Oh, that was just so sweet. Santosh, thank you. Thank you. Taking me down memory lane and seeing all of those memories. So you have an idea of they're empty. The spaces are empty, but we want to fill them up soon. We don't know when, but we're hoping to fill them up soon. So I hope you liked that. I got lost in it. I'm sorry. I was just so moved by that whole experience. I really love that. It was really great. All right, so let's take a deep breath. So much is going on. My friends at Conscious Good, Trina Wyatt, and her incredible team will be launching on July 7th See Good TV and See the Good program. We'll have Lexi Brockway Potamkin, Dr. Fujan Zain, Dr. Habib Sagedi, Reverend Michael Beckwith, Louis Gossett Jr., Marianne Williamson, yours truly, William Rance, film director, so many more. And we're going to be having a narrative, it's a 4-part series, how we're going to come out of this. And in what way are we able to see the good in ourselves and in others in order for the future to be brighter than what it is. Yes, it's a very powerful time. We're in a very powerful time. And it has definitely awakened everything up in us. And there are so many good people. So many good people, not only in America, but around the world. And sometimes goodness needs to be nurtured. And through the portal of relationships, we help each other up. When there is trust and honesty and kindness and appreciation, relationships are good. When there's suspicion, manipulation, greed, selfishness, ego, the relationships are not so good. And we can feel them. We feel a strain in the encounter with that person. But one of the fascinating things about relationships, the same stairway you take coming up, it's the same stairway you'll take coming down. Relationships are like that. That same person in your life can be the joy of your existence, and that same person could be your greatest misery. And it can be so heartbreaking when a relationship that was really, really beautiful becomes awry. I've had friendships where, I have what they call it, my deal breaker, or I forgot what the word they call it, but when there's just not that honesty in the relationship, for some reason, and this is also my shortcoming, but I have to move away. And I move away because I know the level of quality that I bring into my relationships with people. And I've encountered on occasions where individuals will actually blame me for moving away and not be honest with the fact that they lied to me, and lied in a big way. Because I value my life, and I value that the things that I do in my life have a great purpose and it has great meaning. And I'm not saying the person or the people who lie don't have purpose and meaning. I'm not disputing that fact. I'm sure they do. But when people come into the world that Baba has created, it's a huge world. It's a huge world of values, of love, of integrity, of growth, of connectivity. And it's not our wish for individuals to come in not with the right intentions or motives, because that creates obstacles in our world, which is running smoothly, because we're living by certain principles. So you could be in a relationship with someone and you sense you're doing everything right, but for some reason there's some problems. Somewhere along the way there's a difficulty here, there's a difficulty there, and you don't know what it is. And you might even start to blame yourself, saying it's got to be me. But sometimes it just isn't. Sometimes it's the vibrational energy of someone in that relationship where there isn't honesty, transparency, authenticity, or commitment. And so without you knowing it, that vibration is entering the field of a relationship that you're working so hard on to make better. I'll give you a great example. Husband and wife, married for 20 years. Let's say, I'm going to say the wife ends up having an extramarital affair. The husband is doing everything that he can to keep the marriage going, to keep the kids happy, to make money, or whether he's a stay-at-home dad, it doesn't matter. But he feels that there's something wrong, but he doesn't know what it is. She says she goes to work every day. She says she has to work late at nights. And he trusts her and he believes her. But there's something. There's an obstacle. There's distance. There's a vibe. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes it's not just you in the relationship that's creating the problems. I know a lot of times people say projection, reflection. A lot of times people say it's your karma. Sometimes it's just not. Sometimes other people are just up to stuff, but they're sharing your same space and you don't know why these difficulties come. So that's one way to look at relationships and how to mend certain vibrations. And how I mend that is, that's not about me. I know I'm standing in my self-respect, and my self-respect matters the most to me. And so you would put aside, that's your stuff to deal with. That's not mine. So you won't take whatever they're doing personally and then lose yourself. The worst thing you can do is to pick up other people's garbage and make it your own and think you're the problem. You're the problem. And move away from how powerful you can be and end up serving an energy that's draining you. So you're picking up somebody else's stuff. You start to drain your energy. Both of you come together. Both of you might not be honest to know what's going on and don't know what's happening. The relationship just ain't right. And because of that, there just isn't happiness. And you say things you don't mean. You do things you don't want to do. You make compromises that don't support your principles or your values. And you get more angrier with yourself day by day. So the first and foremost relationship to build is the one with yourself. Here's a meditation for tonight on your self-respect. The most important person you need to value first, before you can even embrace anyone else, is you. Enjoy.
When I think of relationships, many people come to mind. But just for a few moments now, I'm going to focus on one particular relationship. And that is the relationship that I have with myself. It's good to take time every so often to be alone with myself, to have a little solitude, to understand what I've been thinking and feeling lately. The basis for successful relationships is always respect. And I need to check every once in a while that I have self-respect. So I look deep into the mirror of my heart. However I'm feeling about myself will definitely reflect in the way I treat others. What challenges my self-respect? And what thoughts can I now introduce that will seat me firmly on my own throne of self-respect? I let go of past hurts or disappointments, and I see myself as someone who's trying their very best. And I focus on those aspects of my personality which can feed my self-respect. Take some time now. Self-respect.
It starts with our self-respect. Something that we all feel we need right now to have our own personal sense of self-worth. And I want to invite you to think about that. And I'd like you to visualize what that looks like for you. Self-respect, self-worth, values, principles, virtues. They can't be hidden through your eyes. They can't be hidden through your actions. They can't be hidden from your words will prove it. And when you're in a relationship with others, what we tend to look for in one another is the ability to come from that place of self-respect and self-worth, which isn't always easy, not because of algae. Remember the acronym that I always use, and Santosh, if you can type it in. Algae, A for anger, L for lust, G for greed, A for attachment, E for ego, is the root cause of breaking down good relationships. Once algae comes into the equation of a relationship between you and another, it will break something up. It will separate someone. But when there are the virtues, and there are values, and there are principles, and there is love, you will always find a way to work it out. Have you ever wondered about what maybe the energy of God, Baba, is thinking now? That there are a lot of things that are going on in our lives personally, and there are a lot of things that are going on in our world collectively. And we can't point our fingers at anyone, but we have to keep looking at ourselves to see, do I come from a place of peace? Am I healing myself? And there's a saying that liars won't heal. And what that means is, you say you want to go on a diet. And I want to lose 20 pounds, right? And you tell everybody in the house, I'm going on a diet. I want to lose 20 pounds. And then I sneak in the fridge and take a cupcake. Liars don't heal. Because even though I say I want to lose the 20 pounds, I don't mean it. Because if I actually meant it, my thoughts, my words, my actions would follow. It would support it. So that's what I mean, lies don't heal. So when you're in a relationship with another person and you feel that they're being disingenuous to you, that they feel like they haven't heard your heart, that they're trying to manipulate the story and they're not thinking about your well-being, you don't feel trust in that relationship. And the reason why we can feel that energy is because we've got some work to do in ourselves and for ourselves. It's really, really important. So they always say, start to date yourself first. Take care of yourself first. Try to see if you can be that perfect companion with yourself so that you can attract the energy of that perfect companion. But then you have other relationships. Relationship with your children. Relationship with your in-laws. Relationship with friends, with siblings, with relatives. Relationship with the nature. A relationship with your body, how you take good care of it or not. Anything that is done with the motivation of algae is dismantling your relationship. Even if you cook the best food every night for your mother-in-law and put it on the table for her, hot and ready to eat, but in your mind, you're criticizing her, you're judging her, you dislike her quietly without telling her, you're breaking down that relationship. And you're not being honest with your feelings towards that person. So that relationship will never heal because there isn't an honesty between you and your mother-in-law. If we're planning to have any hope for the world, we're going to have to work on ourselves very deeply. I was telling you with my health opportunity how it's been taking me into places inside myself that I hadn't even known was there. And I'm happy to go there. It's different. I didn't know it was there. But it's good. And it's helping me to forge a deeper, more authentic relationship with the soul that's playing the role of Jenna. I told you in so many occasions, tragedy or love will change you. Tragedy or love will change you. Tragedy can break a relationship up and you can end up finding another one that you think is the best thing. Love can create such a profound experience in a relationship that it can create amazing things. Both are opposite energies, but both are capable of making change occur. So what's the relationship are you having with yourself now? And how healthy are your pure feelings and good wishes? We say, I bless them, but deep down you don't. We say it sometimes. I bless them, but you don't. I wish them well, but you don't. But to really just have good wishes and pure feelings for people. Observe how that makes your heart feel, your mind feel, your spirit. Send blessings to everyone around you and wish them well. And see how it makes you feel. Now if I tell you to hate everyone around you, see how different the energy is? Just even to say it, you start to feel different. So when we haven't invested the right quality of thoughts in my relationship, first with me, then it's hard for me to have a good relationship and solid relationship with someone else. I'm not saying it's not possible. It is possible to mend every relationship if you have the courage to be honest enough with yourself. We can mend any relationship. First, be honest with the self. Talk to Baba. Tell Baba everything that you're going through. And then based on that experience, then come forth to that person and speak with them. We are entitled to be different. You see these 5 hands? You see this hand? 5 fingers? You see how each finger is different? And each finger plays a specific role. But they're all together. And they all work together. It's the same thing in relationships. My thumb is my thumb. My index fingers, whatever. My pinky is this. But if I come together, we can hold up so much. But if I go this way and you go this way and this is broken and that's not working, then how useful are we? If I criticize this for that, or I break this and I say this isn't good or that's not good. So when you start to put yourself together, you'll become an instrument to put all of humanity together too. So let's practice some good wishes and pure feelings for our other meditation. And really think about this for yourself. The kind of healing that's needed right now in your own heart. Put aside everyone else. But look at you. Look really deep inside of you. And ask the self, how do I mend this relationship with me? Good wishes and pure feelings. Enjoy this meditation.
Our world and my relationship to it. Sometimes, when I think of our world, it seems a little large, impersonal. $5.5 billion souls inhabit our world. And yet each one of those souls is an individual. Each has their own life, as I do. Each has a heart, as I do. And each has a place, as I do, in our world. Perhaps it's a little too easy to think in generalizations, to see the world as a nameless, faceless crowd of people. And then it becomes just a little too easy to be harsh or judgmental, intolerant. But when I think of our world as a planet full of beautiful, creative individuals, it's so much easier to have an attitude of good wishes, pure feelings for those with whom I share this planet. When I think of my own personal relationships, the circle is quite small. But when I consider that each individual has a circle of relationships, it's easy to imagine how they all interconnect. One large family of individuals. This is my relationship to our world. And in the form of a beautiful light, I send my good wishes to each individual.
Good wishes and pure feelings. Just good wishes and pure feelings. The healing ointment for a heart that hurts. Whether it's your heart or someone else's heart. Good wishes and pure feelings. Historically, we have been playing games with each other by seeing how many pieces we can break each other's hearts in. And it's been rolling over for birth after birth, and we carry these pains and struggles without even realizing that this isn't the real me yet. And we're really being given an opportunity now, with the pandemic still upon us, still looming. Protest and financial insecurities, all of that, they've been around for so long. But we're really being given a chance to listen. Listen to those thoughts in your head. Do they connect to purity? You want your relationships to work with people? Be pure in your heart. Be pure in your motives. Be pure in your conscience. People will just love you. Not because of how much money you have or what you can do for them or how you look or the color of your skin or the clothes you wear, or people will just love you because of the purity of your presence, the kindness of your being, which is lacking in our world right now. So to fix relationships, it's not just about going to somebody and either getting their forgiveness or apology, or you saying sorry and apologizing to them and it mends the relationship. What we want to feel to get out of the game, we want to feel the authenticity of the person, and we want to trust their energy. We want to trust the energy of other people because we want to trust ourselves. That's really what it is. And every time you get caught up in what a person did, didn't do, should have done for you, isn't, you get upset, offended by what they say or didn't say, loss of power, loss of energy, drainage. And we're at a particular pivotal point where the soul says, but I want my power back. And if I want to get my power back, I got to remember the ocean of power, which is Baba, to bring that kindness. It's true that we resonate with all kinds of people based on something even hidden in ourselves or not hidden. We tend to be attracted to certain people, certain energies, certain things. And at the same token, I ask you, look inside and determine for yourself, is who I am a representation of Baba's purity and Baba's love? That's all. Just ask, am I representing Baba's purity and Baba's love as his child? When you come up with that answer, I guarantee it, you'll experience a better relationship with yourself and with everyone else. Because you'll come clean. And you'll come true. If Baba were to show you the best version of what you will be, and he says, this is who you are, and it's 100 times more than what you are right now, would you believe Baba? Because the real definition of soul is that you're always going to want the best for yourself. Soul is like hope. It wishes for something better for itself, and it can't wait for anyone to create that for themselves. We have to do it for ourselves. So when you think about what it means to be soul conscious, it's like you're optimistic. Soul consciousness is optimism. Soul consciousness is hope. Soul consciousness is creativity. It's always looking ahead, not behind. Relationships want to grow. And relationships want to move forward. And in order for that to happen, individually, we all have to move forward. And we all have to begin to feed the soul honest, truthful conversation. And check, do I really mean the things that I say? And am I really close to Baba's qualities and values? Does it make your relationships really good? So, thanks for joining us tonight. It's always a delight to be with you all and spending this nice quality time together. Being very simple, very sweet, very authentic, very open. Miracle Mary, you made it to your destination. You did it. Good girl. Keep it up. Please stay safe though. Be good. Be sensible. Make sure you wear your mask and your gloves, okay? Be very, very safe. All right, so good night to everyone, and lots of love and lots of good wishes. Wish you all the very best to be as good as possible, as pure-hearted as you possibly can. And even if you mess up, it's okay. Tell yourself, I could have done that better. You know, when you're spiritually awakened, what happens, you can check yourself when you go, you shouldn't say that. Don't do that. Even if you mess up, you go, let me fix that. I shouldn't have done that. That's when you're spiritually awakened. It doesn't mean you're going to get it right all the time. But even when you don't get it right, you're willing to put it right. Because that's what spiritual awakened people will do. And that's what people who take their spiritual vaccine will do. All right. Have a lovely night. And please sign up for See Good TV. Santosh will play the reel one more time. Or is this the same one? Or another one? Good. So look out for See Good, I think TV.com. See Good, see the letter C, good.tv. And please tell them that you heard about See Good TV by yours truly, Spiritual Vaccine Hour. Lots of love, lots of peace. Take care. Om Shanti everyone, and hello. I'm Sister Jenna from America Meditating Radio and the Brahma Kumaris Meditation Museums. I can't be more thrilled than to let you know that on July 7th, See the Good program will be launched along with See Good TV. Oh boy, you're in for such a treat. Programs that are going to be raising you up and building your morale and making you feel like you can push through these particular times. If you want to see Marianne Williamson, Michael Beckwith, Sister Genti from the Brahma Kumaris, so many amazing personalities, Louis Gossett Jr., Dr. Habib Sagedi, Dr. Fujan Zain, Dr. Andrea Pennington, Lexi Brockway Potamkin, the list goes on and on. And if you don't know who those people are, you're missing something. So join us on July 7th for See the Good program that is also launching See Good TV. See you then.